What's up, people? Chat. We're here. Alright, boys. We're back for that. Deathwatch, Blood Angel, Tech Marine. Yeah. You don't like Deathwatch, Blood Angel, Tech Marine? What's wrong with you, bro? Hold on. They gotta make this shit more intuitive, I swear to God. This mobile streaming shit might be the least intuitive system they ever put on YouTube. Lord Giggleton for the Prime for 12 months. 1 year of Prime from Giggleton and other stuff. Hello, Giggleton. I stayed on my blue Doritos for this patch. Well, it's definitely a good patch to save for because we're gonna get 6 heroic weapons for the first time in like 9 months. What the fuck was I gonna do though? Oh yeah, I remember. Heavy Vulture. Venting Speed. You guys like Venting Speed Vultures? I do. Hi, Mr. FPG. Oops, wrong stream. What's up, Gumba Gumba? Hi again, Mr. FGG. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, man, it's the most unintuitive system ever, isn't it? How have things been? Peak. We're peaking. Patch releases on Tuesday, most likely. Not gonna lie, the guy increased the XP gain from normal siege to 20 waves and didn't even unlock a yellow tier. Yeah, well. Siege mode's not 4 leveling anymore, they made that pretty clear. What's up, Lord Vegeta?
We have lost contact with Mechanicus facility in the Kadaku swamps. Nozick's reset. The swamp will not impede our mission.
ETA on patch 14 yet? I have a whole release date video. I'll give you all the information you we possibly have on it. So Tuesday. I mean, Tuesday is when they've released basically every patch in this game. Outside of a couple. But there's only 5 days in a week, guys, and we know it's coming next week. There's 20% chance that you just guess it off the rip. Or probably more than that, because they're not releasing it on like a random ass Friday.
The malformed abomination comes towards us. Armored in zeal.
Okay, you guys go in rage. Cool guy. What's up, Henry?
Is this the glory Magnus promised you? They are calling for raid. Iron Halo ready.
Yeah, well, I love that secondary bug. I was swapping to my secondary in this game, just having nothing in my hand.
My shield is charged. This will be done. Conversion field operating. Corrupt water. Limit exposure. Releasing frag grenade.
I was not close enough. We lost 8% HP. Time to quit the game. Basically dead. Will you do stratagems later? Yeah. Well, not like the weekly or new stuff, but I'll do some stratagems.
To dry ground. It is as grotesque dead as it was alive. Foul Xenos vermin detected. Iron Halo online. Move to dry ground. This repugnant corpse is all too visible now.
What the hell that sound was? I was like, what? What were the primary heroics again? Yeah, the melter rifle, combi melta, not combi melta, combi flamer, bull carbine, and the soccer ball rifle. They're all getting buffed. How substantially, we don't know. I have a feeling the Salamander's power sword is going to get a burning effect, even though they said it wasn't. Or they, well, actually, they didn't say it wasn't going to. They said nothing on it actually getting one, but I'm pretty sure it will.
Protocol in progress. Move to dry ground.
Have you heard of the Halo 1 remake? Pank and I were supposed to play that together. I've just been busy this week. I know he's been playing it. I always come to your channel to know when things are coming out. Well, it's the place to be. Though I don't think it's very hard to find out when stuff is coming out in this game because pretty much all releases in the same time frame. Except for this next patch, anniversary. We're getting a patch 1 month after this one. Yeah, another one. There's gonna be an anniversary patch in September, so you won't have to wait very long at all for another patch after patch 14. But patch 14 is a bit smaller. Let's be understood. Master Blaster, I think the Prime. What's up, Baraz Delta? So many Halo remakes. What about Halo 2 and 3? Time for a remake. I mean, they had an anniversary one for Halo 2, didn't they? There's definitely a Halo 2 Master Chief Collection one. I mean, the unfortunate thing about Halo at this point is its best games were like 10 years ago. 15 years ago at this point. Almost 20 in some cases. I mean, Combat Evolves obviously from like 25 years ago, but you know what I mean. Oh, patch 14 this week? Sure is. I prefer to not get
I still feel its power.
Alright, so I grabbed the Extremis there because this area can be a bit of an ammo drought until you get to the bridge, because if you get a boss here, that shit kind of sucks.
Brothers, together we go.
Have you seen the Bladesmith that forges Warhammer 40k melee weapons? Unfortunately, Jack, that doesn't really narrow it down. There are a lot of those for a lot of channels on YouTube. I've seen one of them, though.
This taint has been purged.
I don't know what it feels like to get headbutt by an Astartes. Probably not very good. Now, if you had to pick between getting stomped on by an Astartes, getting a headbutt from one, or like a punch, what would you take? I mean, I'm pretty sure they all result in the same thing with you dying, but there's gotta be at least like a little discrepancy, right? We're gonna go up to the bridge portion.
We have silenced their call for aid.
It was Vista only. I personally hate Halo because of the Halo 2 PC release. You know, Halo 2 PC was actually the first way I ever played a Halo game. So I inadvertently made my Microsoft, like, my Xbox Live account on Windows Live before they took it down. Now, I'm sure that's just been gone for, like, 10 years at this point, but... Halo 2 Vista, yeah, dude, I had the Halo 2 Vista. That was my first Halo. You see, it was funny. I started on PC gaming when I was a kid, but like I desperately wanted a console. I wanted a console so bad because like that's what everyone always said was the coolest. So I was sitting there on like the superior platform and didn't even know it.
The abomination is no more.
And then we went backwards. But no, I love the exclusive. Back then, exclusives were a huge deal. Xbox 360 was peak gaming, it certainly was. I haven't really played anything like Xbox Live gaming since... A part of that's because I was a kid when I played it, so I imagine like my... It's gonna naturally be a little bit more nostalgic for me, but...
Zoanthrope has fallen to be trampled underfoot.
A Car King Vista, yeah, dude. Dark Age technology, Windows Vista. I feel bad for those who didn't get to play the OG Halo 1 through 3s. I don't think they will make anything like that again. I mean, Space Marine 2 is pretty close, to be honest. Gears of War, there are a lot of games that come out that are pretty similar. I mean, games generally now are... There are a lot of high-quality games that come out still.
Rid yourselves of its repugnant influence, brothers.
I'd say something games have moved away from in a lot of cases is like single-player campaigns, though. They're very much focused on their multiplayers now because multiplayer is where they make their money. So you were born for this portion. So on this build, we're running field adjustment with Admin at Will, which means we can kind of just cycle back into our 20% health damage reduction over and over. Yeah, what's up, Trot Pocket? We're currently Vulture Gaming. Awkward. Alice Perry window really does just suck ass in this game. Like having a negative frame startup on your parries is kind of, it just fails to let you respond to certain things. Not in that situation, but or the Heroic Heavy Vulture is the best on this class in my opinion. Heroic Plasma was pretty close though, but I think the Heroic Heavy Vulture is a bit better. Ready for this new patch to drop? I mean, we kind of already know everything in the new patch, it's a thing. But you actually overkill with Heavy Vulture. You overkill with pretty much anything in this game. If it gives you the proper shit. That bug has been in the game forever. FTG saving his energy for this patch? What do you mean? You like Halo Reach, of course, bro.
Cannot recover even a fragment. Deny the Thousand Suns everything. Orders received.
The corpse Emperor's loyal hounds alive. Still chasing shadow.
When is the new patch this week?
The truth shatter your reality to rise. You will die in ignorance. Of united curse raging against the stars. It is inevitable.
I think that person was asking you to stream for 50 hours and 4 days again. Probably. We'll see.
It is as grotesque dead as it was alive.
We stream once a week now, win the lottery or something. Well, streaming is just something you do for fun. It's not really like a important thing. Not usually. Wasn't busy. For me, it's just something I do if I have spare time.
We leave nothing behind.
If I'm not working on something else.
Warning. The data vault remains sealed. Power supply to the conduits insufficient. Seek the sealing range.
I don't think I've streamed a lot this year, so I'm like, I surely I can have like 2 weeks for only stream once a week, right? I meant to stream yesterday, but
Minor setback. Search the whole chamber.
what is up, Red Leg? Are you playing the new patch? I certainly will be. I'm curious to see what they do for heroic changes. I still think I know which ones you should probably buy first. I'd say number 1, Lord Executioner's Axe is like a definite pick in my opinion. That one, I don't think it's getting a lot of changes at all. And any changes it does get are probably going to be a positive. This what you do for a living or just for fun? This is my job. Playing Space Marine 2 and making content.
Located.
No, actually, I just stream for like 3,000 hours, like 2,000 hours in a year because, you know.
Generator is functional.
Extermination has come.
The new axe, possibly the Stalker. Yeah, the new Lord Executioner's axe. I was never expecting to put in like an axe as a thing. Also, I know I just said that I stream for fun, and I'm like, oh, I just stream for fun. Yes, they both can be true. It depends, though. You know, it depends. I like to mix it up a bit.
Find the dead generator.
Iron Halo ready.
It's good FTG Lab. Let's do. How you doing this fine day? What's up, Stolas? We are good. Just getting ready for patch 14 and everything else.
Located.
But no, the past 2 weeks I've been doing housework. Some slight renovating.
Generator is functional.
There we go. If you heard your left foot's an entire shoe size bigger than your right one, is that true? That might be true.
Iron Halo unlocked.
We told you the truth.
Sterilization complete. All records expunged. The administrations serve the machine
I guess we could check the relic.
We are registering a significant warp energy spike inside Nozig's laboratory. Reach the lab and eliminate the heretics. Do not
Just to be clear, we don't have a confirmed release date for patch 14. I mean, it's confirmed to come next week. So, Tuesday. It is confirmed, I already said that. They put that in their Discord like last week. They didn't give us the exact day, but it's gonna be Tuesday. Like, it's like a 99% certainty. Which makes it funnier, and people are like, how do you know when the patch is gonna come out? Like, gee, only because every patch comes out in the same time frame every time. I mean, just look at their roadmaps. Look what they said about other patch release dates, and it's pretty easy to figure out.
the outcome of this battle.
I guess we don't read the roadmap in this game.
My shield is charged. That twisted spear carrier awaits our challenge. We must slay this hellspawn. Iron Halo protocol in progress. We have dispatched the seeds of heresy there.
We'll do it this way.
Fiery retribution planted. Iron Halo ready.
I'm lazy.
Armored in seal. Is this the glory Magnus promised you? The enemy summons support. Intercepting projectiles.
You might pick one class to play for the rest of your life in Space Marine 2, would it be? Dude, I don't know if I could play one. I don't think Space Marine 2 classes are complicated enough to only play one for the rest of your life.
Never hesitate in fulfilling his will.
Where's this drop low and get ammo perk from? The gun or heavy? It's from the gun. It's admin restoration. It's in the top tree of the heavy vulture.
The mutant met its end.
Other question, what's the better, blocking axe or the relic block axe, and why, if you don't mind explaining? Well, Carmine axe has some breakpoints for one-shotting off of discharge and stuff like that, but like overall, the relic tier is better than the heroic in my opinion. I mean, it depends. They're both really, they're more of a side grave than they're supposed to be. I'd say they're about equivalent. But there's some stuff you can do with the Carmine axe you can't do in the other one because you can store the charges. And then if you had to pick one of your favorite class right now, I don't know. Probably Tech Marine, maybe.
Use the drifting islands to cross.
It's probably gonna give me an ammo crate up there, I think.
Suffer not the witch to live.
We're not. Alright, we are of the peasant.
Ends the foe before he can rally.
The crime by the Auspex nerf is just insane. For fuck's sake, with the rogue plasma pills to compensate, the burn is still effective and everything else. I mean, it's one tiny nerf. It's also a nerf that most of the player base wasn't even using properly.
The island is stable. Iron Halo ready. Put down that mutant. Victory goes to the righteous.
Bonk. Like, most of the game's player base was not even building for Auspex burn properly in the first place. So I don't know what we're complaining about a nerf. It's also a very justified nerf because it was disproportionately powerful compared to other options. Alright, this is actually really bad. We gotta kill this guy. We gotta go up there. So we just got a boss spawn. Actually, we might be okay because the Tyranids will attack this guy too. As long as the Hellbrood's stuck on the Nabi. I don't care if we shoot him, as long as it ain't me.
Iron Halo protocol in progress. Is this the globe?
This guy's shooting miles down. Holy shit. That one almost got me out of my execute. It's how far he shot it. Oh, nice. We like this. How about the Hellbrute doesn't shoot all the time? How about we just remove his ability to shoot his gun? Pretty cool. I also think it'd be pretty cool if he exploded. Alright. These anglers are fucking annoying.
Profane sorcery is afoot. Iron Halo online. Their attacks will shatter on my shield. I'm out of ammunition.
What if you exploded? Alright, we can kill him. We gotta be careful with our ammo here. He's gotta go before the sorcerer, I think, definitely. Maybe not. Do that. I don't want to waste the ammo. I've been dealing with Rubik Marines forever, so he wants to come over. He's free.
My shield is charged.
Is there a big difference between using the axe as opposed to the power sword as a bulwark? I mean, the axe just gives you power back stuff, which is better. Also, requires going with the shield bash. Really use whatever you want, though. Bulwark's pretty cracked. Kind of worse than like anything. A fan fiction accurate Space Marine encounter. Yeah, dude, the way some people glaze the Astartes is like, dude, are we even reading the same books or like talk about the same series?
If this swallows me, I will choke it. I dare you, noble spellcaster. My shield is charged.
Shoot the visions.
Iron Halo online. Suffer not. To live.
That's what fuckers annoying, dude. They really did a great job of making Rubik Marines and not fun at all to fight in this game. Really outdid themselves.
The island will transport us.
I'll tell you, I genuinely don't understand how people don't like Chaos Spawn more than they don't like Rubik Marines in this game. Because Chaos Spawn are just way, way less obnoxious to fight. They don't teleport away from you, all you gotta do is time against them.
Visual on the lab.
What game is this? Mario Party, bro. That bit of a, it's got a bit of a makeover, but this is the 40k Mario Party mod on the Switch too.
Running to service. Ever dutiful. Ever faithful.
Does that mean you're currently playing Wario? I'm actually playing Waluigi. You think Wario would be this tall? I know we're yellow. I mean, maybe we are Wario. Maybe. We can make a Wario outfit. Yeah, dude, is Omek supposed to know the game? I mean, I don't know how you'd find this stream if you don't know what Space Marine 2 is.
Guardsmen sustain the breach. Free the guardsmen. Starve the warp anomaly. Eliminate the eyes. What is the Xenos? A blight to be purged. What is the mutant? A cancer to be excised.
Oh, this is Barney, dude. Barney outfit. It's just a Hawkwood outfit, really. Now, when I was a kid, my family car, when I was in as like a 4-year-old, I got hit by a semi-truck, T-boned actually in an intersection. Tragic event. Nobody died, thankfully. I was in the car. But I'll tell you who died. I had a Barney plushie, right? And all the glass shattered as that massive semi-truck T-boned my family car. And then it all got, and Barney took every last bit of that glass. It all got fucked up. Like Barney got fucked up. Some crazy shit. Might have saved my life, not really sure. Yeah. W Barney plushie or something. Truck gun, yeah. I almost got isekai'd by the time, like, upon birth, pretty much. Barney, get down, Mr. I'm not even kidding when I say, like, my family car, like, the car got totaled. Like, we're talking a straight-up T-bone of a semi-truck. My dad was in the military at the time. He got a phone call while he was out on deployment. They're like, "Hey, your entire family has got hit by a semi-truck." That's all they said to him. They didn't tell him. They didn't open with the fact that we were all alive. So he's just like, "Oh, my whole family just died for like 5 minutes," but no, we're fine. Oh, bro, I think the prime. Isn't Waluigi like 8 or 9 feet tall? Yeah, dude. He's just a space marine and it didn't work out.
Rid yourselves of its repugnant influence, brothers. Iron Halo. Cadians, you are liberated. Do your duty.
I guess we do this. Also, you gotta be a little careful in the knockdowns because if you get knocked over, you might not get back up in time to get your CHP back otherwise, but that's pretty free. How do you earn from Siege just to complete the week way? Just complete wave 15. I mean, it'll tell you in the menu. Oh, your KEYBINDS. Oops. I just ripped multiple rounds into their face. Do you have to do anything specific? Yeah, you just have to play to wave 15 on normal and hard. So you can get 50 accolades for the normal, 75, or was it 100? 100 or 75 for the hard Siege. Rip always on point, should homebrew a Space Marine chapter. I don't like homebrewing. I think there's enough to pick from in game.
Altar remains unsecured.
Oh, some people like it. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just not a fan of homebrewing.
altar remains unsecured.
Now. Marco with a 50-pound super chat. Hey, FTG, normally lurking streams of your vids that got me to hard tracks master. Thank you, I enjoy the content. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. I can help out. I'll have many more guides on some tips and tricks for that pretty soon, especially in the next few months or so. So there's a channel that does homebrew chapters, and they're all massive Mary Sue chapters. I feel like that's just kind of what happens in a lot of homebrew stuff. But of course, you know, if you make something your own, you want it to be cool. Then you run the risk of making it like too cool, you know, like you're too perfect. Your Marines are too, and like in an attempt to be unique, they usually make them more cringe. Like now we're actually the Sons of Horus, and nobody knows except us. That kind of thing. They become pick-me chapters. Not always. But like this is really something you find in any tabletop game, especially like D&D. Oh my god. It's fucked. A little close. Whatever, it's over. We win. Huh. But thank you very much, Mario. Other videos, thanks for the content. What's your favorite sniper weapon to clear all content if you choose only one? Bolt carbine. I've seen the light. Bolt carbine. I see the light as the massive warp light blinds me, but bolt carbine sniper. Honestly, any bolter weapon sniper clears all content so casually. It's actually kind of funny. It's the strongest hard strat build by far. For solo and groups, because you just don't die ever and kill everything. And like, what more do you want, really? What do you need? I mean, Tactical's got great DPS on the Auspex, but who needs damage nuking when, you literally never die? I'll just take you some time. Maybe they'll nerf that at some point, but I don't think they understood the full implications of turning the sniper camo cloak cooldown to 90 seconds. Auspex plus grenade launcher is insane. Yeah, but in hard strats and operations, it's not remotely as good as just bolt carbining with the purification sniper and like when we were concealment. It's kind of actually broken. I'll show you guys. There's also like a non-zero chance that when you hit your cloak in this game, every enemy in front of you vanishes, including bosses. So sometimes while you are playing the most overpowered build in the game, the double boss bomb will just vanish before your eyes. Oh, where is it? Let me find it real quick. So if I were to take a bolt carbine and like whatever the hell I feel like is a secondary, I guess today we'll just pick a firepower bolt pistol, right? Because we're just that. We just feel like it. And then we're going to take an Argent Edge, right? And then we'll take like Block Break. And this perk. And, wow. It really, it may not seem like much, but like... Now, just for my own sanity, I'm not going to turn on Supremacy of the Strong, but you can definitely do Supremacy of the Strong and be fine on this. So if you were to take, like, I don't know, let's go, like, Summoner, where is it? Like, Heart and Skins. You can even put on buffed enemies, it just takes forever. Killer Instinct, maybe. Actually, that should just be terrible. There's just some of the modifiers that fuck up this build, but, Extreme Challenge, Summoner, Tsunami, Effective Taunt, fuck it, why not? Clever Foe, dude. That's just annoying. Coordinated Calls, why not? Twice the foe, dude. Sounds good to me. Posthumous proliferation, kind of English. I mean, that's just annoying. I mean, you could do that though. It's actually not too bad. Whatever. Surely that's enough, right? We can even take it to purgation or whatever we want. Disruption. Off. Thoughts off. Was Block Knife better if you know the heroics yet? Yes. That's still the best knife. Also buffed it a while back. A little faster now. Is a bit faster, ain't it?
A company of Cadian infantry mobilized against the Thousand Sons on Avarax. Rally the Cadian forces, repel the Tyranids, then disrupt the Thousand Sons' plans at the
Yeah, what's up, the
cathedral.
Dusted Dorito?
Seek out Major Kivar of the 22nd Company on the battlefield. Repel the Xenos. Eradicate the traitor
Oh god, this map is so fucking laggy.
Avarax will not. Message received, Cadian.
Alright, maybe we're not doing this map. My frames are dying. Disruption, why I like that. PCast and 2 count. Thank you for the good work, Big Dog. Thank you, brother. 1 second. Guys, we'll see how big Cash 14 actually is. We'll see that. I mean, do I really want to... I guess we could do... You know what? Since we did the Bull Carbine last time, let's just do the Heroic Instigator this time. They effectively work exactly the same, so... And I can actually talk about this one. Wouldn't that be cool? You really need this? Not really. Let's just go to... I don't know. Inferno. We did the double sorcerer last time. Use your Bull Carbine build on my sniper. Tip top. Thanks, man. I mean, I think that's just the best build in the entire game for hard strats and operations right now. Oh, they give burning to the new blade? They might. They might do that. We pray, don't we?
Your mission is to use the stored Promethium in the refinery to destroy the enemy swarm. The Cadians were tasked with providing assistance. First, proceed to the Cadian outpost and establish their fate. You must then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions deployment.
Alright, so here we are on Tsunami, Summoner, Extreme Challenge, Hardened Skins, twice the foe. We did not turn on Supremacy of the Strong this time because otherwise bosses just start to take, what do they call it, 5 years to kill. That's the exact number. We don't like that.
Escalate and counteraction. Frag detonator out. Replenishing ordnance. Base of Xenos spotted.
So next patch, they're buffing up the heroic bolt pistol as well. It's pretty sick. Now, the cool thing about this build is that the sniper class has a bug attached to him since launch, where sometimes you hit your camo cloak and every enemy in the entire game vanishes before your eyes. That also includes bosses, which means not only is this build like genuinely cracked for the heroic instigator, but it's also just cracked in general on account of being, you know, removing enemies from the game, which is pretty nuts. Where you been at, FTG? I've been here.
Fragmentation grenade deployed. They shall not see. Inserting specialized wargear in action. Caution, fresh combatants inbound. Large Tyranid organism destroyed. The small lines infect this area. Applying overwhelming force. Ravener on the field, brothers. Silence the enemies before they request backup. Light refraction. Tyranids amassing on our perimeter. Take defensive positions. Escalating counteraction. Render unseen. Most efficient. Fireball detected. Stealthy xenos detected. Fragmentation grenade. Utilizing material. Attention, small mines detected.
I mean, as long as you manage your cloak here, they can't kill you. In a lot of ways, it's actually easier against Chaos because... Probably not this one.
They shall not see me. Applying overwhelming force. Rearming wargear.
What will they possibly be able to do to such overwhelming, whatever this is?
Chameleon line engaged. Headshot. Effective against you. Escalated counteraction. Replenishing ordnance.
Do they need to nerf this setup? I mean, not really. Well, I know they'd have to...
Line cloak active.
I mean, they could if they wanted to, but... It's just been in the game for ages.
Tactical preeminence.
They already nerfed the camo cloak cancel, so... I'll say this, you know, I'll say this instead. You know what they should do is... If they're gonna nerf this, make it so the heroic bolt sniper gets ammo back on the, I'm just saying, I'd like to see a heroic heavy bolt rifle go into this 100 times and survive contact. Especially if you put on Supremacy of the Strong, which this build can very easily do. I think you could probably do this like a 90% success rate, if not higher. I don't know if TAC's doing that. No, we lost 5% HP with a lot.
Chameleon line engaged. Cycling cartridges. Frag grenade out. Attention, small mines detected. They shall not see. Applying overwhelming force.
See, we fucked up our camo quick management there. This is the best heroic instigator setup. I would say the better option for this build, though, is definitely the bolt carbine. Ow.
Specialized warfare in action. Rendered unseen. Most efficient. Xenos tunneler activity. Escalated counteraction. Ravener eradicated. Vanishing orbits. Turrets have arisen. Light refraction engaged. Utilizing material. Psychic organism purged. Applying overwhelming form. Chameleon cloak activated. Reloading. Specialized wargear in action.
True talent, I think, the prime.
Chameleon engaged.
I say that was fun, but
Certain flash magazines. Escalated counteraction. Vanishing orbits. Monstrous Xenos eradicated. Rendered unseen. Most efficient. Utilizing material. We expunge the Xenos mind beast. Light refraction engaged. Tactical preeminence. Replenishing ordnance.
okay. That was cool. So the things that will kill you on this build is via like if you get stagger stacked, that can be a little awkward, but usually you can get out of it. But when honestly biovores are like the biggest problem because those run through you and there's not a lot of counterplay to that. But besides that, so you're sort of sim, and now there's nothing. Let's see if you even need that.
Captain Akaran, no signs of life at the Astra Militarum.
Hey, look, also you can get a melt bomb and you can spam these pyroblaster canisters as well, so you can do that.
You need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
The patch out yet? No, it says patch is out next week.
Just personnel files here.
Wait, let me look at that. It says patch 14 this week. Yeah, it's coming out this week.
Utilize wargear in action.
If it was today, I think I'd say patch 14 today. But if you're not, I'll be streaming on the patch release probably for a few days after, and then after that too, and then probably like I don't know a few years after that too. Stuff. And then when Space Marine 3 comes out, I'll also probably be streaming that. So like, follow. That's right.
They shall not see me. Tyranid leader bits destroyed. One of the soldiers around here probably has the codes.
SCG returned and never went away.
Utilizing material.
Oh, relic. Wow, we actually, I don't think we can die now.
One of the soldiers around here probably has the codes.
You know, for long range shooting, or like mid range, the broken seer can be better than the bolt carbine.
Captain, codes retrieved. Proceed to the Promethium refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Oh, they still use them. So, they're still coming. Send all the lictors, just don't send any you want back. True, that sounds like a Leon Kennedy one-liner. Lictor, I hardly knew her. Yeah.
Replenishing ordnance. No turning back. Understood.
Which one's harder to master, sniper or attack? Definitely attack. I mean, this might look like it's hard. It's not. It's actually quite easy.
Traversal may proceed.
Because even if we do get hit more often, just camo cloak again. And again.
Never
And
seen
again.
Prometheum in the raw. Hope it burns all the same.
Is there a Chaos Siege mode? There will be in September.
The Xenos falter in the
There will
face
be in
of our
September.
firepower. Rearming war gear. Light refraction engaged. Specialized war gear in action. Tyranids have unleashed a zone threat. Inserting fresh magazines. Patrols attempt to call up fresh forces. They shall not see. Hostile. Utilizing material. Zone threat eliminated. All spell applying overwhelming force. Tyranid leader base destroyed. Chameleon cloak activated. Reloading. Tactical tree evidence.
Dark Magic. Drink for the Prime for 11 months.
Light refraction engaged. Utilizing material. Xenos Psychic annihilated. Rearming wargear. Rendered unsealed. Most efficient. Escalating counteraction. Firewall terminated. Recycling cartridges. Talasa, the KEYBINDS are running out of time. How close are you to the Prometheum facility? As we have reached the objective. You are making good time. You're going to need it. Utilizing material.
That ain't gonna hit shit I want. Actually, maybe it will. Punch. They do have block break here, so even if they plant, we don't care too much. Burn.
Escalating counteraction.
What build would you recommend for hard solo siege? I was thinking Melta heavy, tactical grenade launcher for heavy bolt rifle, pro plasma, standard plasma,
Use the codes to prime the bomb.
or bulwark, shield bash.
Recruit Prometheum well. Cautiously. If you know what is good for you. Large Tyranid organism destroyed.
I guess we need to do that, huh?
Applying stem to wounds.
Would we have needed that stim? Who knows? Oh, an actual melta bomb now? We're even stronger.
Time to get to work, machine. Rights of activation have been observed. The generator's humbling the machine god's name. Ring sequencing initialized. Delivering payload. Applying overwhelming force. Xenos fireball removed.
You guys your day pretty good.
Swarm moving on generator 1. Biological incursion in generator 1. Do not foul the machine ghost illicit mechanisms with organic parts.
I don't think I'm gonna kill him, but whatever. We'll block racing later.
Incoming swarm arms confirmed. Never handled the tyranny onslaught. Slightly confident. Generator still under attack. X-axis aligned. Running on this side as well. Does that mean it is close to finished? I think not. Generator 4 has their attention. Reloading. Warning. Violent dismantling of Generator 4 in progress. Punish the ignorant iconoclasts.
Who's Sundorn with the party 6? What's up, Sundorn? How are you, dude? How you doing, brother?
Replenishing ordnance. Y-axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Blessed be the omniscience divine precision.
FTG and Jefficus are shadow leading the Saber roadmap. Oh, yeah, it's actually shocking to me how many people don't read the roadmap for this game at all. But what you gonna do? Alright, watch this. You're in it. Oh, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Demolition deployment sequence completed. No errors logged under the omniscience functional locus. Command, thank the Emperor. It is done. There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Viable is built for co-op games. I mean, it's not really, like, the accuracy doesn't matter that much because it's a burst fire weapon, so it's pretty much the same. I mean, you might miss some shots, but like the crux of the build is just never dying, which it always does pretty well. Oh, that's a precision weapon. I mean, kinda. Doing well, dead tired though. Sorry to raid you and dash me to sleep, dude. I understand that entirely, dude. I'm like the worst at that. I raid people and then immediately fall asleep after all the time. I don't 100% understand. If the update drops, will Twitch drops come? Will Twitch drops come out too? For this one, probably not. For the anniversary patch, almost certainly. This is a smaller patch, so I kind of doubt it will.
Applying overwhelming force. Placing countercharge. They shall not see me. Tyranid leader bits destroyed. Specialized warfare in
Double artifacts.
Inserting fresh magazines.
Oh no, you've been hurt, just kidding.
Artifacts detected. Ready yourselves, brothers. For action. Destroyed the liquor beast. Rendered unseen. Most efficient. Reloading.
Actually a little awkward because we don't have a very easy way to get back our cloak right now when two bosses are here. We gotta time it properly. But if you do fail your timing, you won't be able to, defeat him. Be careful of the lunge. That lunge always has awkward range. I should say, not our cloak, our ammo. There's an ammo box right here. I think we're fine. This is where supremacy of the strong can be a bit awkward, though. Oh, we just hit nothing of that? Oh, we didn't hit the guy we wanted. Fine. Whatever.
Wargear in action. Large Tyranid organism destroyed. Activating counter charge. Inserting fresh magazines. Utilizing materia. Chameleon-like cloak activated. Specialized wargear in action. Rendered unsealed. Most efficient. Inserting fresh magazines. Magazine exhausted.
I just don't even play it. I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't care. You're dead.
Tactical preeminence. Carnifex-class Tyranid no longer operational. Chameleon line engaged. Replenishing ordnance. Escalated counteraction. Xenos Alpha Beast eradicated. Rearming wargear. Fresh ammunition acquired. Reloading. We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction.
Some modded Space Marine tunes. Those are just a hard strat. Like Tsunami, Summoner, Stream Challenge, Hardened Skins, Twice the Foe. The Enraged one. Effective Taunt, that one. Pretty fucking easy from here on out, though. I mean, it's been pretty easy because Sniper's just kind of cracked. Oh, didn't think of the Prime.
Applying overwhelming force. Formidable tyranny organism terminate. Escalated counteraction. Recycling cartridges. Silence the enemies before they request backup.
Is Rogue Stalker gonna be good on Sniper? I mean, what isn't? Honestly, the last Fusel is probably the worst gun on this class right now. Still a top tier gun, but the funny part is, okay, so I think the last Fusel is like one of the best guns on the Sniper in the sense of like how the gun actually works, but it is the worst gun for his best build. You want to have an instant cloak break on the shot, but the charge up of your last Fusel doesn't count as a cloak break, which means you're actually wasting cloak cooldown, which is really bad for this build.
Living gun battery destroyed. No turning back. Understood. We are in position and have eyes on the target, Captain. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done. They're on to us. Time to start picking them off. The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding. Tactical preeminence. Large Tyranid organism destroyed. Rearming walking. Xenos activity is increasing rapidly. We are surrounded. Turn about. Specialized warfare in action. Replenishing ordnance.
Let's run a god. I heard a
Melted charge deployed. Chameleon eye engaged. Utilizing material. Scoping more swarms moving on us. Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up. Overwhelming force. Recycling cartridges. Reshots. Attention, small ones. Almost fully.
That's why I say that it's just always down to camo cloak management. I don't even know why I used my sim there. I thought I had a different one. Leave it to the piss mine to do what I actually told you on this thing. But yeah, we didn't manage the cloak there. So, that's what you get. Walk around, find out.
Inserting fresh magazines.
My spore mine hubris, dude. We could have just shot the spore mines that are sitting in them, but what's the fun in that?
Large Tyranid organism destroyed.
I wasted my cloak and active hubris. Paid for it. I was like, it's only 2 biovers. It's not super effective. Why would I need my cloak? FG, what's a good bulwark or tactical build for hard siege? Pretty sure somebody asked me the exact question like 2 seconds ago. Bulwark, just shield bash. Block axe, shield bash is the best for solo on him. I mean, you're still fucking rich in the siege mode even after the For tactical, just take heroic heavy bolt rifle. Build damage. Go burr, especially after they nerf the Pyroblaster. But Pyroblaster's also already been nerfed, but already not super strong on siege anymore. It's not bad, it's just not as strong as it used to be. It's over.
Tyranid bioscience down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
I mean, anything grenade launcher is going to do well in siege.
Extraction complete.
It's for real estate. Extremis. Okay. I guess we could talk about that, couldn't we? Why not? Hey guys, first regardment here, so I'll be talking about the most overpowered Instigator Bolt Carbine heroic build for the Sniper class in Space Marine 2 patch 13, really just Space Marine 2 in 2026, because as long as they do not change the base cooldown of the camo cloak and it remains 90 seconds, this class is kind of cracked on hard strats and operations. Like, you really do struggle to die. It all comes down to your camo cloak management, so I'll be talking about that today. So first up, the heroic Instigator Bolt Carbine. This weapon is great at mid-range. I made a very similar build the other week using the Bolt Carbine automatic variant. Both of these are very strong. This one's just a bit better at like that medium to long range. Now the heroic perk effect here is called our higher rate burst. Fire rounds and higher rate burst. This gives you a 5-round burst versus the 3 of the relic tier. And if you're unaware, in Space Marine 2, the targeted shot perk here, it says the first range attack that breaks camo cloak deals 75% more damage. This actually has a lingering perk effect where you can get all 5 rounds of that burst to have the 75% buff, so pretty nice option there. Now for the perk tree on this, we just go for like full ammo and damage. So number 1, extended magazine, into the perk here, reload restoration. You don't have to take full ammo if you don't want to. You could go up here for like headhunter and efficient hunter instead. instead. I just prefer a bit of a larger magazine and a bit more ammo economy. Next perk here is Divine Might for 10% damage buff. Then we go here into the perk Increased Capacity. Then I grab the perk here, Great Might, down here into Home Precision for hip firing, because this gun's actually pretty good at hip firing on the close range. And then we pick up the perk here, Cleaving Fire, for a 25% damage pen through the block stance. Now, this perk in particular, when we take this on the Heroic Instigator, and we also take the perk here, Block Break, we get a 75% shot damage buff through their block stance, which is pretty nice. I mean, you don't get the headshot multiplier here, which does kind of suck, but against things like Biovores and Sword Warriors, you can definitely just shoot them in the face at point blank, and you'll be totally fine, and usually get like an Execute or something, even on the hard strat, so pretty good option for this. Next perk here is Rampage. After killing 7 enemies, Rapid Session, deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. The cooldown is 15 seconds. This is just a nice damage buff here we pick up. I mean, it's pretty easy to trigger because of the Bolter body shot damage buff. It did in like patch 13, so now it's easier to horde clear, so pretty good option for us. Next perk here is Recoupment for Armor Restoration, which really does not matter too much on this build. And next perk here is Tactical Precision for more headshot damage, because predominantly this class just wants headshot damage. Now for the secondary option, I do take the Firepower Bolt Pistol. This one does a ton of gun strike damage. It is very accurate, very easy to trigger perk effects here like Power of Excellence off of. So getting your 30-second Melt-A-Bomb back or Pyroblast or Canister, really easy to do. And now for the perk tree on this, we just go all the way down the top tree for stuff like Elite Hunter, because this is really the perk you want for that 50% headshot damage buff, and the rest of this is just for like some other options like headshot damage, increased capacity for more ammo. And if you really want to go down here for stuff like Retaliation, you can reach higher damage with this perk triggered. And this one just gives you better damage in base, but it's up to you. Now for the melee weapon, we just take the Argent Edge. I mean, the Argent Edge, when you're not building for melee on a sniper, this is just the best weapon to take. It will stagger every single enemy on every parry for a gun strike, which allows you to trigger not only perk effects off your gun strike exacting focus, but it also just keeps you alive, because being able to gun strike off of every single parry, or being able to stagger an enemy off of every parry, if you have like 5 lictors on you doing an awkward parry combo in Extreme Challenge, or like God forbid a Terminator Sword or a Power Sword Terminator on the Chaos guys, this perk is just incredible, and the free damage is also nice, so really easy to use and very strong. Now as far as the perk tree goes, it really does not matter. I mean, this is predominantly a parry stick. I just set up this way for damage for stuff like Shadow Stab and the lunging attack off his Shoulder Bash, but if you want to go up top instead, you can definitely do that. It does not matter too much. Now for the perk tree, this is the most important part of this build. Number 1, Block Break for shooting enemies through block stances. Once again, if we're not building for melee damage, melee mastery does not matter that much at all, and Medicae Adept kind of sucks anyways. Next perk here is Vantage Point. Remaining stationary for 2 seconds increases your ranged weapons damage by 20%. So the way Camo Cloak works now is that the 90-second cooldown will go off, the 90-second cooldown on your Camo Cloak allows you to use the perk over here, Lingering Concealment, to remain hidden for 2 seconds after breaking your Camo Cloak. But when it comes to a bolter weapon like the Instigator Bolt Carbine, like the Bolt Carbine automatic variant, you will instantaneously break your cloak to trigger this perk effect on the first shot no matter what, which is actually kind of funny, because that kind of makes the last Fusel like the de facto worst gun on this class right now for its strongest setup, because when you are charging up this gun, it does not count as you breaking your Camo Cloak, which means you're actually wasting cooldown, where these guns simply do not. But that being said, all you have to do on this build is just a moment you cloak, use your gunshot, just shoot immediately as fast as you possibly can to trigger that cooldown. You will go into Lingering Concealment for 2 seconds, and by the time this runs out, you will have your Camo Cloak back usually, or it'll be like almost back. So really strong option for him. And when you combine that with perk effects here like Purification and stuff down here like Emperor's Grace for a 2-second invulnerability, you're pretty much unkillable in like 90% of situations. Next perk here is Dexterous Hands. Bolt Carbines reload 20% faster, and their weapon spend recoil reduced by 15%. This is the only perk in this column that does literally anything for a Bolt Carbine. And also just keep in mind in Space Marine 2, when you're reloading your weapon, if you see your ammo count change in like the bottom bar, you can just swap to your secondary and swap back and skip the reload animation, and your weapon will be reloaded. So actually really easy way to get a faster reload on top of this. Next perk here is Squad Renewal. A headshot kills restores ability charge by 10% for any team member. Now you can really take whatever you want here. Like you could take precision targeting, you could take marksmanship. It does not not matter that much. However, Squad Renewal just gives you back more Camo Cloak, and Camo Cloak is like the whole crux of the build. As long as you have Camo Cloak, you pretty much cannot die. Like, that is where 99% of your deaths will come from, is the fact that if you mismanage a cloak, that is what kills you. So having an option to get back your cloak just kind of makes this the de facto best pick. Next perk here is Purification. Manually activating Camo Cloak removes negative status effects and restores all of your contested health. This just means the moment you hit your Camo Cloak, you get all of your HP back from your white bar, and that combined with these other things like Lingering Concealment and Invulnerability pretty much means that your Camo Cloak is a panic button automatically, pretty much. As long as you have your Camo Cloak, you won't die. Next perk here is Targeted Shot, and then Lingering Concealment for the reasons I previously mentioned, and the final perk here is Pattern of Excellence, because 30-second equipment recharge is just kind of nuts in this game. It just makes your life way easier. That's pretty much all there is for the main perk tree. As far as the prestige perk options go, just always take Emperor's Grace. Invulnerability in Space Marine 2 is ridiculous. It makes you invulnerable to knockback and damage, so the moment you hit your cloak, you will not be able to be knocked over by anything, including bosses and like Neurothrope waves. And next perk here is Versatile Precision for ammo economy, and the final perks are Conviction for damage reduction and Exacting Focus for a 20% range damage buff for 10 seconds on a gun strike, because this is also very useful. Though if you want to skip over this, you can pick up Indomitable Spirit, and it is what I ran on this build, because no knockback and gun strikes, that can also save your life sometimes. But that is pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Heroic Instigator kind of is just like a pretty god tier weapon on this class, but really any bolter weapon in the entire game will perform well. Like, I think this is the best setup for the Stalker Bolt Rifle as well, because as long as you have that Camo Cloak and you manage it properly, you just don't die. But hopefully this gave you an idea of how this works. I will show a hard strat with like twice the foe, tsunami, effective taunt, and like, an extreme challenge and other things to just make a showcase of how ridiculous this actually is. But as long as you manage that cloak, you will never die, pretty much. And that's all to say in this one. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to catch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, and also a link to my community Discord. And I also want to say a special thank you to my channel members. Your guys' support has helped me out tremendously in the past 2 years, and I couldn't make guys like this without you. So thank you very much, and as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Okay. What are next? Heavy? I guess we do that. Decap is the easiest mission? Yes, it is. Bulwark? We do some Bulwark. You guys like a little bit of Bulwark gaming? I think all my homies love the Bulwark class. Okay. What build will he use? I guess we could do something like... I mean, Power Sword again. I'm kind of addicted to the Power Sword in this game, guys. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I ain't gonna lie. The Power Sword kind of makes me, like, autistically happy in this game. We're gonna take the absolute scrub build, though, which will just be air damage reduction, advanced conditioning, invigorating icon, rejuvenating effect, and armor advance, with like auxiliary reload, a powerful shot, overcharge, and masterful defense. And then we're also gonna take a rate of fire plasma. And we'll do this. Worst Bulwark build guide, dude. Why did you, dude? Who the fuck wants to watch the worst guide for something? Let's be reasonable, chat. When does the patch drop? Next week, probably Tuesday. Probably Tuesday, chat. Twitch chat. You always have the worst suggestions. I said exclamation point OnlyFans. It's coming. Don't worry. That's the Twitch streamer pipeline, right? I'm really more of a Twitch tourist though. No, we only been Twitch streaming for like a year. God, let me tell you, chat. I fucking hate Twitch. You have no idea. You guys are cool though, I guess. Twitch though. Ugh. I feel like everyone on Twitch is trying to sell me a crypto scheme. The ultimate Twitch streamer evolution cycle. Hey FTG, love your builds and happy to catch a stream. Thank you, brother. We are the best part of Twitch. You're honestly not wrong, brother. Yo, FTG, can you get confirmed to get the donation? I'm notoriously bad at this, but yes, I can. I should really have alerts for that for a year, shouldn't I? This is why I say I'm not an official thing. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Are you gonna play one last Long Live the King run through? We did that last time. That was the last weekend. Now this is the first of this one today. Everything I just said makes sense in my brain and nowhere else, but where else does it need to make sense, right? Is any alert? Yeah, I know. Well, we don't have alerts here at FTG. You think FTG is a professional streamer? I mean, I guess technically I am. Technically, I'm a full-time streamer YouTuber, right? So I must be professional, but no. I don't believe in subs. I believe in them because they exist, but... Isn't Blockfist the best on Bulwark 1, if not the best? I mean, for overall, for like 99% of this game's player base, yeah. Blockfist and Block Axe are the best. The Block Axe is the best for actual damage, though, because you can stack that as Shield Bash to be OP. I guess we can just take this one. This one's really strong against Tyranids. Also, guys, the other day, I posted on my Discord, I said, you're all pretty cool, I think. And you know what response is? Why you at, I think?
37 hours, 12 minutes ago.
Why haven't I done this strat? Because why would I? I'm maxing accolades. I don't really do anything in this game without a purpose. Second. I'll be right back. The idea of just playing Space FG, what is up? What is up, Rogue? Yeah.
Its cyclonic arsenal and its proximity to several Tyranid war vessels. Combat Squad Phaedrus is already on board and is the tip of the spear. Additional squads are inbound to secure objectives.
FG, what would you do if you weren't a streamer? Probably literally anything else I'd be interested in.
Our losses shall be exchanged for a crushing blow to the Xenos scum.
I don't know if I'd play games. I don't really play games outside of my channel at all anymore. But
acknowledge Phaedrus. We are at the entry.
streaming was really something I wanted to do in the first place. Just something I happened to do. I was always far more interested in like actual. I mean, maybe price videos and some other topics. If it wasn't content creation, probably something in STEM.
Galaxy of Xenos filth. Skitter to the grave. Hide.
How's it going? What's up, Psychos?
Nothing is sacred. Parasites. This galaxy must go.
Oh, new player here. I love your content. Really helpful. I can help out, man. Do you paint minis or anything with Warhammer outside of this game? I would if I had more time, but I don't have time to paint minis. It's a very time-consuming hobby.
What is your status, Talassa? Performing our mission objectives, Phaedrus. Good. We have
I will buy endless boxes. Shame though.
Phaedrus, your last message was interrupted.
Power Sword's the most satisfactory weapon in your opinion. I kind of agree. I think the Power Sword is... Out of all the base game weapons in Space Marine 2, they knocked this one out of the park. It is very well done.
Talassa, Combat Squad Heraton reporting. We lost Fox contact with Combat Squad Phaedrus. Do you know their status? Phaedrus went silent, Heraton. We must consider our brothers lost then. Our objective is to secure the...
New Twitch drops coming to patch 14? Not as far as I'm aware. I don't think they will. But there's going to be an anniversary patch in September. They'll almost certainly have them. So I don't know if they want to do them a month back to back. Maybe they will. They do have a lot of extra ones to throw around, so I'm surprised. But the last Twitch drops campaign they did was for like 3 weeks in a row. I don't know if they want to do that again.
Atrocity cleansed.
What is the agenda today? Kill heretics and Xenos.
We crushed the ravenous brood beneath. Imperial vessels are sturdy, but they do have limits. Let us remake this vessel into an instrument of retribution. Xenos leader beasts are rallying the swarm. This is for the Imperium. We have fumbled this tactical advantage. You failed that oath.
That fencing, yes, this is the fencing power sword. Probably not the best power sword, but it's fine for like the, I'd say it's the easiest one to use. I think block is the overall best power sword at the moment, or the Xenophase. But the Xenophase is balanced, which kind of sucks.
This galaxy is not born.
You can't hit a mirror, it's just, you gotta be a lot easier to do on the other one. Xenophase, I mean. Thank God they lowered this guy's total HP though.
No statement line. We were bred for this. Stay alert. Lictors use biological camouflage. This raven tunnels no more. Grenade released.
See, blew that up. That was cool. You can hit him. It's annoying to do so.
That is the last of those visions. The Imperial Navy has impressive armaments. It is tempting to fire these cannons at the nearest Xenos vessel.
How much would it cost to stream every day? Like in terms of your internet? To stream every single day. Name a price. $300. One time at $300? No, dude, no, fuck no. I thought $300 a day, dude. Whatever that comes out, whatever that comes out to. I would never stream for anything less than that. Not every day. Crazy.
Calculating a new route based on your report, Territon. Standing by. Be advised. Cruiser's crew managed to execute security protocols before they were overrun by the Xenos brood.
An unpurchasable price is the point. Something no one will ever actually pay for is the idea. So I ain't doing that. I can make more.
That silence the tyranny. Our adversaries will use their assault. Deny them any advantage. Cover!
300 times 30 is 9k, man. What the fuck? Let's be reasonable here. I mean, that's actually pretty reasonable. Streaming every day is a pretty fat waste of my time. How long are we talking? Like streaming every day for like 2 hours, or like streaming like a full like 6 to 8 hours every single day for an entire year? That's a lot of time. At least 2 hours. 2 hours every day. I do that for 50.
Talassa, commune with the main console in front of you to bypass the security protocols. The lift platform is in transit. Arrival pending. Rally at the lift and proceed to the objective. Attention, loading parties. We have confirmation that Combat Squad Faders is lost.
What's this white icon on the Cruiser Majoris? That is the lock-on mechanic.
Combat Squads. Combat Squad Heraton here. Redirecting along newly advised path.
Let's just say, I don't know, maybe it's like 120 or 180 a month, depending on the internet provider. Yeah, to actually stream. So, on a side note, for people who have asked, how do I start streaming the Big 26? My answer to that is always just start streaming. Like, I don't really know why people, like, you know, the best way to do something is usually to do it. Now, it's the same thing where it's like someone's like, how do I start going to the gym? Go to the gym, dude. Go to the gym, and if you actually care about it, you'll get better at it. You will, or you'll try to improve at it to some degree over time. That's how the human brain works. And you don't give a shit. But you're probably gonna do something else anyways.
Incoming former. Ready to deploy.
The best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. The second best time is today. It's true, dude. And, you know, in the case of, like, I would say there are a lot of guys I meet who are either A... So there are two sides to this. When you're really young, you have genuinely no concept of time. Like, when I was 19, I had no concept of, like, how short 5 years can actually be. It's not a very long period of time. And vice versa. When people are like in their 30s, they'll be like, oh, it's too late for me to do X. Oh, I've wasted so much time and all this stuff. It's the reality is a lot of people give up on a lot of things by the time they're in their 30s. So if you do just lock in later in life, you can very easily just peak in your 40s. Like, a lot of people just kind of give up on a lot of important things. They get burnt. Or they put their lives into positions where they're not very happy by the time they're in their mid-30s. And they feel very locked down.
Emergency blast shields retracting. Warning. Coolant rods exposed. Talassa, I need you to disable the entire cooling array. Concentrate fire on the exposed cooling rods.
Walking in your 30s, 70s, deep the experience accumulated. Well, tell that to the people that don't ever. I'll say the most important thing that happens in your 30s is, or just your late 20s and your 30s, is that your brain can finally comprehend, your brain is finally developed and can understand long-term rewards.
So, what's for certain? Stop that target from riding truck forward. There will be more foes to overcome.
Annoying.
Succeed. Coming forward. Equipment power. The coolant rods are visible. Zena's foot no longer troubles. That silenced the Cubid kitten.
Dang. What's the best and worst grenade? Best is Melt-A-Bomb. When I say the best is the Melt-A-Bomb, I mean this thing sits on like a massive pedestal above all others. It sits on like the mountain. It is Mount Everest, and everything else is like a hill. A tiny hill. And occasionally there's like one other mountain in the shock grenade sometimes, and everything else is a tiny little bump. Speed bump. And the crack grenade is like the highest elevation in Florida.
Attack the coolant rods.
Alright, this is annoying.
Honor our captive color.
I can get CHP back off of that. You guys ever been to Florida? If you don't understand the reference, okay, Florida is like a pancake. Alright, Florida is like one of the flattest states in the entire country, the US. But it has like one like mild elevation portion. I think the only state that's more of a pancake is Kansas. But holy shit, if you ever drive through Florida, dude, it's just a gigantic flat line. It threw me for a loop, because I come from Boston, or like the Boston area, so there's a ton of elevation here. When I was in Florida, I was like, why the fuck is everything so flat? Don't you guys have hills? You're too nice to be from Boston, actually. Yeah, I'm nice. I'm nice for Boston, I guess. I've heard some people be like, man, FG is a mean guy, and I'm like, dude, if you ever lived in Boston, I'm the nicest guy in all of Boston. Everyone from New England's kind of an asshole. Like the Tories for it's pretty bad. When I went down south and like people were in the store and like being like, wow, that's a nice thing you bought there. Wow, that's a cool thing. I was like, why are they speaking to me? What's happening? But nobody would ever do that here. In fact, they'd probably get mad at you for even trying. I'm just saying, when you live in an area where the natural reaction to saying hello to somebody is either them just, like the best reaction is them not responding or giving you a one-sentence hello. And the average reaction is, fuck off. Definitely forms you as a person.
And force the plasma reactors to overheat. Updating our route to the plasma reactor.
AFG, I just wanted to add my 2 cents when it comes to streaming. I think you're leaving out the fact that you have a career because of the release of this game. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't know who you were without this game. I'm from Boston, by the way. Well, I was also a YouTuber before. I also had other YouTuber channels before this one. And there's always a new game, so if you're a new streamer, just go find a new game. Or find the game you like, and just go talk about it. If you think there's some magical thing holding you back from like being successful online, you already lost. Because you've immediately set up the baseline as I can't do X thing because something, like, you know, something out of my control happened. There's always going to be new opportunity for like new things, but that shit pops up like every single year. That shit pops up like every 3 months. Let's say one of my first channels was like when Jujutsu Kaisen was big, dude. Jujutsu Kaisen was huge. I just talked about what I liked in that. I had a moderate amount of success doing that. And then you find something new you like. You're like, oh, I guess I'll talk about that. As long as you have something to say, people will listen.
Our boat shall bellow the those folk again. Fire on those bodies!
At the end of the day, who do you think's, like, you know, my advice is if you want to start streaming, just start streaming. You know, I was streaming 10 years ago. Ages and ages ago. Of my point, no disrespect, I love your stuff. Well, I mean, you can do it with any game though, something. Or any topic. There's a million ways to do things. So I don't think it's a very, important point to make. How old are you? I'm 28.
Waste nothing, brothers. Keep going forward.
Axe for sword, axe.
Talassa, have you received word from our brother in Combat Squad Heriton?
Need more electricians, dude.
Should have taken him through the technical
One of my best friends is an electrician. Very good at his job.
But judging by the damage, he may have taken this route.
Understood. Be advised, we remain under heavy Tyranid assault.
Once they feel the heat from the plasma reactors,
Raising the fencing sword, we sure are.
Abandon your position.
This is ill-advised.
You're right, I'm gonna start a channel called Second Timber Guardsman and start streaming today, and nothing can stop you.
Combat Squad Octavio will redouble our efforts to draw the Tyranids away from your position instead. Octavio, unleash the Emperor's wrath on these poor vermin.
I too am an electrician. Be the change you want to see. I mean, it's like, what do you, you're definitely not going to be a streamer if you don't stream. Play that much. I think you have a 100% chance of not being a streamer if you never start streaming. I think at the end of the day, other people's opinions should not, like, you should never view something as like, oh, because X thing happened before I was there, I can't do it now. Ridiculous sort of thing. And other people's opinions should never matter to you at all in terms of what you want to do with your life. But I'll tell you this, if you do literally anything, I don't care if it's streaming, I don't care if it's starting your own business, I don't care if it's going to college or university, and you listen to the noise of every single person around you, it's gonna waste a lot of your time. Doesn't not mean you should ignore what everyone has to say. You know, good advice definitely exists, but also a lot of bad advice. Maybe I'm giving that right now.
We crushed our adversaries when you got home. Deny them any advantage. Intimidate me. And stop using power.
So the only time you listen to other people's in a building fire. Yeah, I probably listen to other people in that situation. Which is the most fun to play for you? I think Bulwark's actually a ton of fun in this game.
Talasa, we have lost contact with Heraton leader, and Octavio is bent down. You must destabilize the plasma reactor. Our brothers from Phaedrus and Heraton shall not have died in vain.
Talasa taking up position at the reactor.
About streaming, how do I be good at it? I mean, just start streaming first and figure that out over time. I mean, you're not like, you know, if you go into something, I'll say the biggest killer for a lot of people is perfectionist mentality of like, before I start, I have to get a checklist of things done instead of just starting. Because like, you know, if you start something, you start completely, like you start not having any idea what you're doing. Maybe don't do that for like, you know, physical exercise because you might hurt yourself, but the best thing you possibly do is just start.
Attention. Authorized personnel only beyond this point. Provide sufficient ocular scan authorization in order to proceed.
Because I hear a lot of people say, I'm thinking about doing X, I might do X, I'm considering doing X, but like, just doing the thing is a whole lot more important when you're first starting.
One of these servitors is matching ocular biometrics to clear security.
If you mostly just want to find people to play with you, that's actually, I mean, that's super easy. You can start streaming on Twitch. Start streaming on Twitch or YouTube, and I'm guarantee you'll find at least like 40 or 50 people in the first couple months that will come play with you every day.
Their sacrifice is not complete until we have their eye scans.
Eugenic's not a chill guy, and keep being you. Well, I mean, when I hear a lot of people, when I talk about this, it's not because I think it's a lot more. I think people are capable of a lot more than they think they are, and a lot of the times I had the same mentality where when I was younger, I thought like, oh, that, like, you know, this success or like this career, this yada yada is for those people. You know, I'm not in that group. I don't have the skill set for that. I don't have the personality for that. But there were things I didn't think I could do that I wound up doing later, and that was in multiple things. And usually the thing you think is separating you from other people, a lot less than it actually is.
Their faces will be all the data we require.
My hero, absolutely. I don't know that far. Why you actually muted me? I tried making a point that a little bit of luck was involved without taking away from the working 100% put in. I did not mute you at all. I have no idea what you're talking about. Considering I read your comment. I don't have any chat moderators in here either.
No forward focus. Stop that target from running fresh warrior. How the pyramid infestation? None of these servitors have access. This one was the clade leader.
Is the new playthrough on the Carbine? Yes, it is. The new comic player. I was found having people that tend to use the ultimate motivation to thrive. It can be for some people. I've never personally felt that way. I love Space Marine 2, and I love the Warhammer universe. A lot of people are saying this game is dying out, which I would totally hate. Like, who the fuck? I mean, whoever's saying that's just objectively incorrect and can't read. Yeah, the game that's getting an entire year of support again. And a brand new patch. It just had its biggest patch ever like 2 months ago. It's dying, definitely. It's only making more money than last year this time. People say this all the time, that, like, the game is, like, dying. I made a whole video on this, okay? If you think Space Marine 2 is dying, you can't read. You cannot read numbers. You don't know what numbers actually mean. You don't know how companies function. You can't read an earnings report. And you're probably the same person that thought that year 3 wasn't coming. And were shocked. Like, honestly, at this point, you think Space Marine 2 is dying. Like, what the fuck do you think about the game in year 1? Because the game was objectively less successful and making less money with fewer players. The game that's about to be an entirely new console in, like, 5 months is dying? Interesting. Dead game in 26. Space Marine 2 is so dead. Dude, I can't wait till I cover it in a live game.
Prepare for heavy resistance weapons.
I'll tell you what a dead game is. A dead game is Destiny 2. Here, I'll be here next year when year 4 is coming out. When year 4 is about to be announced, and you're gonna have a bunch of the same people, actually, to be the exact same people, who are still playing Space Marine 2, by the way. They're gonna be like, game is dead. Year 4, it's not coming. And then Full Up Entertainment will be like, so in our recent earnings report, our backlog has seen a major spearhead by Space Marine 2 once again, all the cosmetic DLC purchases. And they'll be like, well, that doesn't really matter. And they're like, so we're gonna announce year 4 again. It's like, oh. Well, year 5 is definitely not coming, guys. This game is dead. Too soon, Bible Thump for Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is actually okay. When the company comes out and said, like, they're slowing down support, you know what dead games are? Red Dead Online, Destiny 2. But honestly, Red Dead Online is such a massive player base. Like, a dead Red Dead Online is still bigger than, like, 90% of games. Not being a live service killed this game, SMH. If it was, it would have gone a year or 2. Dude, I've seen people saying this game is dead since it came out. Here we are 2 years later, and it's objectively better in terms of balance and build variety than it's ever been, and the content is better, and the updates have become more substantial over time. And the customization is way better. And the DLC model hasn't even changed. They made like one fuck up with the voice pack DLC, and they fixed it immediately. You have a video on your build? Yeah, I do. Does the buff always have active? It's Armor Advance. Space Marine 3 will be coming out. People can finally be vindicated on Space Marine 2 being dead. Not even, because Space Marine 2... I mean, Space Marine 2 is the most successful game this company has ever made. Shit is such coke. Like, honestly, of all the things in the Space Marine 2's community are just, like, baffling is, like, the random upsetty spaghetti people get about the game's content drops. I'm like, dude, the game is, like, $5 and $8 DLCs. This is, like, one of the most consumer-friendly games on the entire market, especially for horde shooters. All the gameplay content is free. If you buy Space Marine 2 in 2026, you have 100% of gameplay content at your disposal. It is an entry, it's a pure one-time entry fee. Whatever you paid for the game, you will have all gameplay content forever.
Our brothers prevailed.
I'll see that in Vermintide, or Darktide, or Helldivers 2.
All detonation is now a mathematical certainty. Reactor meltdown imminent.
You ever play with Haze, man? Yeah, dude, I've played him quite a few times. Cool guy. Goated player. Would it be safe to say they tripled the amount of content in this game through free updates? Yes. I mean, probably more than that. I mean, if you just think about content in terms of balance for the weapons, I mean, the game is in a significantly better spot. I mean, you gotta think the version of this game that became popular initially was, like, fucking garbage compared to the one we're playing now.
The Dauntless is about to detonate!
Race for turbulence. If not for your valor, Talata, this operation would have ended in a major loss for the Imperium. High is the price we paid, Captain.
Would you look at that, chat? We did it. It's free. At the very least doubled. I would actually go as far to say that, like, heroic weapons, like, on their own, probably triple the game's content. Do they nerf the difficulties 5 and 6, or is it just the weapon damage? I would say it's less so they nerf them, it's just that, like, the power, there's been some power creep in terms of just, like, overall class power levels. Some new perks. Some new interactions. Also, the player base in general is predominantly better at the game now. Oh no, inner fire proccing my Norse's peak, that was pretty weak. Did like that. After using your focus and saber dev senses, what's the next hard strat, dude? This one you can't even actually make. Actually, it's not gonna be that hard. They're doing PvP, guys. Watch the PvP absolutely flop next patch. Watch them add in the Eternal War stuff to the PvP, and it will just utterly flop. Nobody's gonna play this shit, dude. Like, there's no way. I said this in my video that, like, people do not care in Space Marine 2 for, like, anything except operations. Maybe 10 to 20% might like siege mode, and then PvP is like maybe 5% of the whole player base. I would say the vast majority of players they're all just playing hard strats and ops because that's just a far. That's what they enjoyed playing on release, and that's all they've played since. I love PvP. There's one of them. I mean, you're allowed to love PvP. It's a dead game mode, though. I'll say that. People might play it for the ordeals, but more likely they'll never play those ordeals. The PvP in this game is so boring, I swear to God. I mean, it's an arena shooter in 2026. It's like, it's kind of, it kind of inherently just filters itself at that point. People don't play arena shooters as much as they used to. My personal opinion, they should just drop the PvP. If they don't improve the PvP substantially next year, dude, just drop it. Genuinely. There's like no point for that shit. Like, don't release a half-ass PvP at Space Marine 3. And for the love of God, don't make it an arena shooter. I'll say there are PvP modes that would bang, that people would absolutely love, but they don't make those in this game. If you made a mode like Battlefront 2, if you made like, you know, vehicles, heroes, or like, you know, you play as a guardsman and you go and find like a power up to play as a space, or like pay reinforcement, requisition points to play as a Space Marine, or like maybe a Custodes hero, or even a Primarch, people would go fucking wild for that. But like an arena shooter with just like heretics and Astartes, fuck no, dude. Not in the big 26, dude. People don't care about that at all anymore. Hurts my soul to hear that. I hope they make a good PvP. Well, if it's an arena shooter again, if it's like, you know, it's the same thing that happens to Gears of War, where Gears of War, the PvP falls off in like days and like, you know, a matter of months because nobody wants to play. Only the most dedicated players will play an arena shooter like that because they're usually pretty high skill cap games. The PvP in this game is pretty fucking shit. Not good bones though. They were not cooking. That'd be a huge developer investment, to be fair. I mean, yeah, that's why you don't get a PvP game. Because, you know, imagine going up to a company. It's easy to go to DICE for Star Wars and be like, hey, we have the license for Star Wars Battlefront. We already know that Battlefront 2 were, like, insanely popular, and also we can make it rated T for teen because we also know that, like, Star Wars is a super family-friendly IP, and Star Wars is also a juggernaut IP, so can you go make a big multiplayer shooter for this that will bang? And they're like, sure. And the only way they ruined it was by stuffing it with more MTX than they had to. How they killed my guy. I guess we'll see this. Play, do you have an Angel here? No, let's play, Samper again. Kind of addicted to these guys. How do you unlock the heroic weapons? I mean, you just get accolades, dude. Simple as. Why did my stream just disconnect? Working now. Good. I guess we did, DC. 120 agility, by the way. Well, is that a RuneScape reference? I do have 120 agility, okay. And yes, I did do it through dailies in what they call it, Prif. Okay, what are we doing here? I'll do one more. How long we going? 3 hours almost. Argent rooftops? Dude, fuck that. I was a RuneScape fiend back in the day. That's all I played. Good times. Holy shit. I would say that while it's totally fair, they shouldn't put any more PvP. If they're not going to improve it, I will say Space Marine 2 is better for having it for the small niche that like it. Nah, I honestly think they'd make way more money and have a way better game experience for the PvE if they just dropped it entirely. There's no way like the PvP player base is like big enough in this game to support the dev investment they have in it. Even with like the very minimal thing. Maybe it's like maybe they have a metric for it. Maybe it's higher on console than I think it is, but I honestly doubt it. 3 hours, 7 minutes will be disconnected, so. We DC'd. Alright, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I am the brightest, but is the patch dropping today? Well, if it's dropping today, I would say patch 14 today, not this week. No? But no, it's not dropping today. What do I need to play? I guess we do that again. Taking on... Fuck, I'm just gonna do decap.
Lieutenant Titus assist in the defense of the bridge until you confirm that the Xenos Overlord has entered the kill zone. Then trigger the detonation.
The leader beast will not make it past us, Lord Akaran.
Alright, let's go over here.
Delta Wing box check. Viridian reporting. Approaching landing zone.
This is Talassa. Drop complete.
Really got a new
Moving to
PC, dude.
objective.
I had the same PC for like 5 years at this point.
Proceeding to relay.
I need to upgrade.
Maintain Vox reports. Damocles out.
Space Marine 2's PvP is extremely outdated for PvP mode. I think arena shooters in general are just outdated. I don't think there's a huge audience for them anymore. I know he sees our poop chats. Yeah, I just don't respond to Brainrot. Sorry, guys. I'm just kidding. I respond to Brainrot all the time. Playing absolute solo. Yes, we are. Time for an upgrade on that PC, or we drag this one over the finish line at 90 years old.
The foe wants backup. Deny it.
My frames are dying, dude. Oh. Oh, the power sword is so fun with the, What FOV do you play? 1.25. I think this game fish bowls your vision a lot on the higher FOV.
Galaxy's not yours.
I don't like it all that much. I think Space Marine 2 is mostly a cinematic game anyways.
I can understand why the Astra Militarum struggled to repel that horde.
Full FOV feels like laying through a GoPro.
Deny them any advantage. We crushed the Revenant Crew. No so-and-so can withstand us.
When's the patch? Tuesday or Thursday? Almost certainly Tuesday.
That's what's calling the third force.
How do you play it full FOV? I mean, you just turn all the way up. It's like, you know, it's totally playable. It's just ugly looking. Beddington, I mean, I don't even know if I have to look back at the, I think the only patches they haven't released on a Tuesday were like, what? Patch 11? And the anniversary patch doesn't count because they dropped that in the anniversary. So, you know, that date's kind of set. Actually, you've tried Warframe yet? Nope, and I never will. Well, I played it before, like a little bit, but I have no interest in playing that game. What other games do you play? FTG? Zero. Don't play any other games. I only play Space Marine 2, whatever else I happen to play on this channel. The Dark Tide. And soon Total War, yes, that too.
Rally points reached.
The Munitorum does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
Oh, Hammer, I think the tier 1 for 10 months, brother. Holy moly. 10 months already. Thoughts on what champion pack you think's coming next year? Hold on, this is easy. Space Wolf. And Exorcist oh, Deathwatch. I wonder how I know that.
This support is ready for demolition.
Let me go into my brain for a second. I feel like there's a Space Wolf champion coming around this shit. It's prediction. Think they'll add another heavy weapon? Probably eventually. I mean, I think the only major addition left is like a grav cannon, right? I guess we do stubbers, but... So they're more likely to do a grav cannon. That's a lot more unique than a stubber.
That silence
Any interest to do Chaos Gate coming out for Death Watch? Yeah, actually, I think Death Watch, first of all, Grey Knights are kind of lame compared to Death Watch. Is that a crazy take? I don't think it is. But I'm also a huge fan of XCOM. So, if they improve it from the last one, first of all, I don't just want Nurgle. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired of Nurgle. I'm tired of seeing Nurgle in fucking everything. Nurgle's not even cool, alright? I'm gonna say it. Nurgle's not even cool. Nurgle enemies are not cool. They're just green. They're green and stinky, as a rule.
I still have explosives to place.
Plague Marines, they're cool. They're the coolest part of Nurgle. That's more like just Chaos Legion. Like, I don't see a Plague Bearer and go like, whoa, that's so cool looking. Motherfucker straight out of the Odyssey, okay? The stinky cousin of Poseidon's son.
Last of those filthy Xenos. Primed explosives.
Perfect. Yeah, September is year 3. I had a comment say like, this shitty game never gets updates. This one's gonna come out to wait 3 months. I'm like, I swear to God, the people complaining about this game sometimes actually just don't even know what's coming out for it. Because if you think that if you don't know the next update is coming out in September, there's no fucking way you know anything else is coming out for the game.
Execute that one. We still have support somewhere. We need more bombs.
I just got fucking wronged by that parry. Yeah, if they ever fix the parry bug in this game will go up in value, like in terms of a combat experience so much. It'll be staggering. They've hurt themselves more than anything because they don't clearly communicate. Dude, Saber clearly communicates what's coming out way more than most companies do. What do you mean they don't? My only first person company is their personal vague posting for no reason. Well, it's not for no reason, it's that they don't actually have confirmation of everything that's coming out, because the people that talk about the game are the Focus Community Managers. It's the publishing company. The game is made by Saber Interactive, and then Focus Entertainment, the community managers there, they are not the developers of the game. They talk to the devs, but they don't know everything. So when they give you a vague post, it's because they don't want to give you a confirmed post, because if they did, the devs could be like, that's not coming. And that's why they have to write up, the major things are their community updates for a reason, because that's direct confirmation from the devs. So. Yes, but Saber doesn't talk to people enough. Dude, we know pretty much everything that's coming out for a patch, even before leaks. Like a month and a half, 2 months in advance from where do you need What level of communication do you require? And which company provides that for you in a different game? Digital Extremes is a perfect example. Who the hell is that? What game do they make? How big is their game? What do you feel is not communicated properly in Space Marine 2? Warframe? Oh, I mean, maybe they have a disproportionate amount. What other? I can't think of any other game that talks more. I don't know anything about them personally, so I can't speak for that. But I mean, like, the communication from Saber's fine in my opinion. I mean, like, what more do you need? Not a very complicated game in the first place. Which has been in beta for like 20 years. That too. Like, if we're complaining about lack of like dev, like I don't even know what the fuck we're complaining about transparency, about what? What do you not know that's coming out for Space Marine 2 that you want to know? Jagex is king. Jagex is pretty king in what's coming out with their games. Old school is anyways. Total War is okay at that too. Those are also all far more complicated games than this one. This one really is just like, alright, there's a new weapon coming out. One new weapon. Okay, there's a new class. Also, isn't... Warframe is more of an MMO, isn't it? The company I've seen talk more is Jagex. These guys do really well compared to the rest of the industry. I mean, yeah, look at Patch Chart.
Astartes! We were not expecting such illustrious company in the rear ranks. We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
The leader beast will cross that.
And the things that I think are not clearly communicated are things like release dates, content, etc. There have been times where community managers will say something that has been pushed back or won't have a concrete date for things. They don't receive chat communication from the developers themselves. I don't blame anyone specifically. Well, it's not just they don't have concrete evidence from the developers themselves don't always know immediately.
Is this a withdrawal order?
Also, we know the release date of the patches based on the roadmap, which is the quarter release date, and just like the time between. I mean, it's pretty easy to predict when the releases are coming out. I mean, we know when this patch is coming out before it even comes out. We know when the PTS comes out like a week, 2 weeks in advance, and we also have a quarter on the roadmap. I mean, I don't really think that's a lack of communication at all. I mean, I could tell people when the patch is coming out. I said late July, early August for months. People are like, how do you know that? It's like, I don't know, fucking pattern recognition, it's crazy. You have like 2K hours in Space Marine 2 or more? I do. I don't know if that's relevant to what we're just talking about, but... Actually, he looks into his 8 ball. Yeah, after you get 5,000 hours in Space Marine 2, you just know when all the release dates come. It's impossible knowledge to obtain otherwise. They just happen to keep coming out at the same time frame. I mean, last year we had a mini patch before the anniversary patch, and guess when that one dropped? Let's see, patch 9 release date. Let me guess, it's gonna be like July 29th. Hold on. Patch 9, Space Marine 2 release date. July 29th. When's this one coming out? July 28th. That's crazy. I wonder if there's any... What a coincidence. How could I possibly predict that?
Give the hive beast a moment.
It's like when Warhammer Skulls was about to be revealed this year, and I was like, God, it's getting revealed today. And they're like, how does he know that? I'm like, oh, when was last year's reveal? Oh, the same day? That's crazy. Let me figure that out. It's a fucking oracle. Hi, first regards. Do you think you will get the Pristina Coral chest piece in the store for patch 14? Let me think about this for a second. I have it on good authority. Some would say guaranteed. Some would say I've seen it with my own eyes. No, it's coming. They confirmed that it was in the test server, so 100% coming. This makes me wonder what the next one's going to be.
That beast is not yet dead.
We hear you, Command. It will be done.
You think the new power sword will be worth it over Argent Edge, the new buffs they gave it? Well, What class has a power sword in Argent Edge?
Load up.
I can think of one. Tech Marine. So on Tech Marine, no. But it'd actually still be pretty good on Tech Marine. It's not competing with the Edge. No, it's not. It's competing on one class. Like the Argent Edge is already better on that one. Only one class has a power sword and a knife.
That can't affect everything we have. Launching frag grenade.
People do a chain axe or chain fist, maybe. I think those are pretty lame weapons, though. Like, I don't know if that really hits. Then again, I don't think a chain sword's very cool, but a lot of people love that shit in 40k. It's like the quintessential weapon, so what do I know?
There is no stable ground.
I think power swords are way cooler than chain swords, okay? I think chain swords, like, I was all chain sworded out by the time Gears of War came out.
Tyranny thunder.
This parry bug keeps happening. I don't know why I said Argent Edge, I mean Zeno Phase. I mean it's a fencing weapon, so I think that kind of automatically puts it in a lot of cases over. No, actually, with the damage, I should say with the damage buff it has, for a fencing weapon, I think it will be better than Zeno Phase. But Zeno Phase is actually pretty good. That's one of the better balanced weapons in the entire game, so... I would say, you know, if I'm kind of torn between it, that tells me it's in a good spot. Or it's probably going to be in a good spot. It's also getting buffed. Because what you really want heroic weapons to be is a side grade, right? You want to be able to be like, I'll take this, I don't feel like I'm actually just trolling. Because I know people say like, oh, you don't have to take, like, it's true, you don't have to take the strongest thing in the game all the time. But every now and then there are perks that are so horrific that it's like, why would you take them, you know? Like, people want to win their game to some extent. And it's like, why would I take melee champion unless I don't know how it works? So I think the Salamander probably compete with the face.
Skitter to the grave. Where shall I plant this flag? We crush the ravenous brood beneath our feet.
We gotta remember that too much talk to devs is a detriment. Most players aren't very knowledgeable or worth listening to. I love Space Marine T, but I don't know mechanically well enough to be included in decisions. Is this the most base take in my chat ever? Dude, this is like my most gatekeepy opinion ever. It's like most players in games are fucking like legitimately donkey ass at them to the point their opinions don't matter. They don't even know why things are good in the first place. I'm like, yes, but you want to make sure they're all having fun, but you don't ask like you don't ask a player that's stuck on the lowest difficulty which weapon is bad. This is true.
What's your footing? Our adversary wishes to renew their assault. Deny them any advantage. Steel yourself! More are coming! This galaxy is not
Most players only know it's good because they're told it's good, pretty much. Especially in a game like this. In MMOs, that's a little bit different, because in MMOs, you have very tight-knit communities that care about balance a lot more than they care about it. In this game, the strong stuff is pretty evident just from community feedback and like just content creators in a lot of cases, where it's like Argent Edge is peak. Yes, everyone agrees Argent Edge is amazing. There's some overrated things by players that are not very good, like Vanguard's not a very good class, but a lot of bad players think he is. Or I should say he's not a very strong class in comparison to other classes, but you still have people getting pissed off when you say that, but they're just scrubs, so who cares? Say Vanguard's never doing anything like the sniper is, and that's why it's so on fire. Fencing hammer glazing, yeah, people who glaze the fencing hammer, they're also bad. The most worthwhile opinion for every player is the drift. Every player can make amazing outfits in Space Marine 2. That's another thing, block weapons, yeah. A lot of player bases think block weapons are actually that good. That's because we don't know how they work. I think the bigger issue is, in all games I've ever played, the player base will confuse easy with best. And sometimes the easiest option is the best option, but it's not always the case. Unmasked Duel, dude, I don't even think Unmasked Duel is the best team perk on Vanguard. I think Inner Fire's a lot better, but I'd say, you know, it depends. You'll have an easier time in solo with Unmasked Duel because you have a larger margin for error, but like, which one is doing more for you when you're playing well? Inner Fire. God forbid I ever ask my community in like the community post section what their balance takes are, because I would probably just lose my fucking mind reading. I did that a year ago. I stopped because the takes were just so shit that I didn't know what to say except roasting people. Because you always have like, because the most opinionated person would write like, you know, a 7-page dissertation about why X shit weapon is actually not that bad and actually peak, or like why X overpowered thing needs to be buffed even more because they keep dying unsubstantial. And I'm like, I don't care to read this, dude.
Keep going forward.
That's what Reddit's for, okay? That's a Reddit post. I want to read people complain about balance in this game. I'll just go to Reddit. Let me just open up the Space Marine 2 subreddit. What do they got?
Lost the signal.
Let me pull it up.
Is that thing leading us into the dead zone?
Our duty remains unchanged. Forward.
What is this post here? This guy says, you are not dying. Wait, can I pull this up? Let's take a little detour down the lane of Reddit, guys. Hold on, because every now and then they pull out some funny little bangers that I enjoy. Okay, so this person says you are not dying in hard strats. Covers, you're dying in hard strats because you're not taking cover. There's not even a cover system in this game, but let's read. Cover is not for the weak. Cover is for those who want to survive. Space Marine 1 had a very strange, relatively small ad campaign that showed a Space Marine 2 running out of cover with text, cover is for the weak. And for some, a lot of the players have seemed to internalize this well into Space Marine 2. Despite the fact that cover is for the weak wasn't even accurate in Space Marine 1. Hell, it's not even, wait, break line of sight as many enemies as you can. Okay. This is true. Should the game allow you to charge an enemy fire on higher difficulties, allow you to achieve your fantasy as true Black Templar? Maybe, but it doesn't right now. So this guy, what these people want is like literally to walk into enemy fire and just not die. There's a really easy way to do that. It's just called turn your difficulty down. You play a minimal, it'll work every time. You can do that right now. You play as a Black Templar, every bullet you want. But no, he's not wrong. Okay, I wasn't as dumb as I thought it was going to be. That last comment, though. Let me find the brain rot. Hold on. Bulwark says, I am cover real. With all due respect. Okay, this guy's about to make a Reddit hot take. I think the issue has more to do with the numerous documented examples on the sub of cover not actually offering any protection. Okay, we found the scrub. We found the fucking scrub. But not some ad campaign from 15 years ago. I'm not saying cover never works, but you can't really blame people for not trusting it. Zone throw beams and sniper attacks very often go through crates and walls. Okay, maybe that's somewhat true. There's a couple instances where that happens, but I don't know. I play this game a lot, dude. I don't find them hitting me through walls that often. This can definitely happen, though, but not to a substantial degree in a team game as much as it happens in just like some random one-off. Anything else? All right, that wasn't as much of a scrub take as I thought it was going to be. Okay. Whatever. I'm disappointed. The start of this post feels like schizo rambling. This thing about Space Marine 1. I mean, the Space Marine 2 suffering. They're just... Space Marine 2 subreddit, bro. I mean, it's even funnier when the subreddit for Rogue Trader argues with Revan. He writes the spread when he actually balances the game for the devs half the time.
The Tyranid is...
Halo Remake is a cash grab? I mean... Yeah, it's the second remake for a 20-year-old game, bro. What else would it be?
That side of the Tyranid.
The reality is, Halo's in such an abysmal state, the best game they can make for Halo in like the past 10 years is the Halo game from 25 years ago, again. FTG, spare these Reddits from these random from Reddits, their room temperature takes. I'm actually more shocked how often the Reddit for this game defends me, because actually I don't shit talk them very often. I think that's why. Also, contrary to popular belief, I'm not that elitist in Space Marine 2 at all. There is actually an elitist community for this game, and they don't even like me. You want the real elitist in Space Marine 2? Just look up Sigismund.
Glorious battle. Strengthen our
Sigismund is this game's greatest elitist. What did Reddit do this time? Reddit doesn't really do anything in this game. This game's Reddit's honestly not that bad. I mean, they're occasionally very bad at the game, but they're not like that bad. Just like some Reddit, I guess. Games. The Helldivers 2 subreddit. Those guys are fucking fixed.
The creature is undergoing some kind of transformation.
Helldivers 2 subreddit is actually filled with like the greatest trash can gamers you will ever find. Maybe they spent like even half the time they spent on Reddit. Like, imagine the skills they could acquire. Not just games and anything. I mean, personally, whenever I hear somebody on Reddit say, I'm busy, dude, I don't have time to play a game. I'm like, guess what you never catch me doing when I'm busy? Writing a fucking Reddit post. Can't be that busy if you're typing up a dissertation, can you? He's busy fighting wars on the internet, dude. He's Reddit's greatest champion. How could I forget?
Stay on guard. Going into town.
Hey FCG, notice you're playing Bulwark right now. Just want to let you know. I'm sorry you're dealing with all the supercars, mansions, bitches, and Jolly Ranchers. Keep your head up, man. I know. After that rough Hive Tyrant fight, I might have to go cry in my Porsche Turbo GT and finally take off my Bulwark helmet to reveal my massively thick and chiseled jawline. That's just the plight of every Bulwark main, right? They shed a single tear on the first time they get, like, seriously hurt, even though their teammates have been dead for, like, 10 years. I'm gonna make that video. It's a funny one, dude. How would I describe a Bulwark main? It's like, you cry. You're a man. If you're a Bulwark man, a Bulwark main, you're someone that has never known struggle. You lose half your HP and you cry in your Mustang because it's the greatest tragedy that's ever happened to you. Even though your teammates have been dead for like 4 matches, they died in the first hit, dude. You got hit. You got mildly hurt in the 10th. What I say about Vanguard mains. You like forgiveness, I guess. You like to go in, take damage, and not care. That's true for Bulwark. Like, Bulwark is kind of just a Chad version of the Vanguard. I don't know. Assault? Dude, you just weren't smart enough to become a pilot in the Air Force. That's all this class is. Tactical. You like damage at all cost. You don't care about literally anything else except for damage. That's all you like. You like guns and damage. You like enemy go yellow, then more damage. You don't care about anything else. You don't care if you die. As long as the enemy dies, it does not matter. With the sniper class, you're just an introvert. With the heavy class, you just like DACA. All you care about. Tech Marine. Tech Marines are just the guys in your high school that would like jump at the chance to help with the PowerPoint presentation for your teacher. Like, teacher, I know how the PowerPoint works. I can fix that for you. And they feel very happy and the teacher appreciates it, but everyone else in your class just fucking hates them. They just fucking hate them. Tech Marine's a fucking nerd. Yeah, that's true. You all had that guy in high school, I'm sure. You know what I'm talking about. The IT kid that's like, haha, after this, I'm gonna finally get my STEM degree. I've already been accepted into 7 schools. And it all starts here with this Marvin's PowerPoint. Is it okay to be Vanguard / TAC main at once? Yeah. You do both. The Yu-Gi-Oh player as well. True. You know, when you talk about, I mean, like, obviously, Josh, stereotypes for classes are just funny in games. Are always one to. I can make a really bad pun. I've never seen a sniper main. I guess you're cloaked the whole time. Alright, guys, I guess we're ending the stream there because everyone left after that joke, but, I think that's probably it for me. How long have we going? 3 hours? I was supposed to go. I was gonna go for 4, but yeah. Which kid were you at school, FTG? Not that kid. I was the kid they put in the back of the classroom because I was too loud. I talked too much. I remember my math teacher put me in the front of the class to like make it easier, but then like all the kids in the front of the classroom just started talking because I was there, and then they put me in the back of the class, and then all the kids in the back of the class started talking because I was there. So she just gave up. I was a disruptive child. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's all for today. That's all we got for today. I'll probably be back on tomorrow, maybe. Mini games, you say? I say many things. Goodbye.